Hello everybody, my name is Craig Floyd.
And I'm Anthony Williams.
And we are the co-founders of Restore Education After Disasters. We are a nonprofit organization that was started back in January of 2020. Our goal, mission is to get in and help schools start back up after suffering damage from natural disasters.
So when we first started talking about READ, coming from my background, fire department, emergency services, initial attack, we thought, wow, what a way that we could pair up Craig's background with education, mine with emergency services, and Craig being involved in some pretty dramatic incidents. And getting this, we felt there was a need, or a hole, so to say, to be filled in these disasters. FEMA comes in and takes care of a lot of the disaster relief. The local government's taking care of the emergency services, helped by the feds and the state, and everybody is involved. But there's a hole, and that hole is getting children back to school and some sense of normalcy after that immediate disaster.
In the first few months of my headship, the school suffered a devastating fire, the Thomas Fire in December 2017. Came through our campus, took out about half the campus. And over the course of the next month, with support of the school board and volunteers and community members, I worked diligently to get the school back put together so students were able to return to school on time with no loss of program. I've never done that before, and so over the course of that month, it was a incredible time in my life, and I learned so much from it, and I was deeply, I guess, affected by it, having gone to school there myself. And so after we've recovered from that, and in the months ensuing, I was trying to figure out a way of how to give back, to give back the information that I learned from this devastating fire. And over the course of that summer of 18, I was actually driving with my son back to the University of Alabama, getting him back to school, and we were talking about this idea of what to do. And somewhere in the middle of Texas, and as you know, Texas is huge, so it's somewhere in the middle, we were listening to the radio, and Kenny Chesney was on the radio talking about a foundation he had started to help support the Virgin Islands, where he has a home, that was devastated by Hurricane Irma. And so it was at that point, it's like, oh, this is a great idea. Let's put together a charitable organization to do that. Well, that's the summer of 18. Things took to the back burners as I got back to start school back up for that next year. And then finally, ultimately, this past December, Puerto Rico was hit by 2 earthquakes in a very short period of time. And at that point, I figured I have to do something now. And worked on some plans some more, reached out to some friends, Anthony being the first one because I knew he was getting close to retiring, and brought up this idea. And from that, Reed has taken legs now and starting to run with it. Obviously, what a great time to start a nonprofit just at the beginning of a pandemic. So we first filed for the articles of incorporation in January, thinking, okay, we got some momentum here. We're going to file for our 501c3 status, and COVID hits in late February, early March. School shut down, and ultimately I get the paperwork filed with the government. And of course the government shut down also. So it wasn't until late September that we finally received our nonprofit status from the IRS. And we then finally were able to assemble our board and start moving forward to get us to where we are now, announcing publicly the formation of Restore Education After Disasters, READ as the simple version is, and to now start raising money so we can finally respond to a disaster when they occur in the coming months.